Hey, look who I ran into today. They're out here beating the streets trying to get votes. This is Amy and David Abbott running for Commissioner District 2 in Glenn County, which encompasses all of St. Simon's Island.
Otis, thanks for stopping and saying hi to us. I'm running for District 2, like you said. I want to help the island out. I'd be honored to be able to help the island and enforce the ordinances. And Dave and I are out canvassing today, and about 90% of the time when we knock on doors, what people want are the ordinances followed, and they want controlled development. Nobody's against development overall, but they just want the rules followed. We're all fired up still about the 4-story building that they're building over on Coquina Circle, the workforce housing that Sea Island's building. People understand that, they have property rights to build it, but we want the ordinances enforced for what we have for the island, not at the 4-story building. But that's 90% of the people are talking about that. The South End is very upset about short-term rentals and all the houses being built to be just short-term rentals, and they'd like to have some enforcement and some new rules about that. And I'd like to look into that for us.
This is like I said, David and Amy Abbott. They've been married for 34 years. That's a long time. That's dedication. And also, she's been a math teacher or dealing with mathematics for over 34 years. So this person right here is dedicated to whatever she goes for. 30 years, 3 decades is a lot. So,
that is true.
So you need to think about that when you vote.
Yeah, if I win, I will be in it for a while. Which I'm young enough that you can get at least 3 terms out of me, and I'm looking forward to helping other people that we vote in that will help out the community and be there for Glenn County for controlled development, and to look at the traffic issues for all of the county. Everybody's having traffic issues now. It's just not the island.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yes, we're all having problems with it, and we need some better solutions to things, and we need some more sustained development, more thought put into the development that goes into what it needs before they put the development in, instead of just sticking it in and then trying to fix it.
Tell me about your cat, Baggins.
Baggins is 18 years old now.
See, dedication, 18 years. That's an old cat.
He's a rescue cat. He was found by a trash man. He was in a bag. The trash man picked the bag up, I guess, and heard it meow. And he was the only cat alive in the bag, and so the shelter called him Baggins. And he's a tuxedo cat. He's a sweetie. He's so old. He creaks now when he walks.
You also volunteered to Glenn County Animal Shelter too,
a little bit, not as much as I want to.
Well, you're busy campaigning, of course.
Yes, I've helped Stephanie out a little bit. Stephanie is amazing. She's really helpful for the community with the animals, and I'm looking forward to helping her more. I've only been able to go over a couple times to help Cinco de Mayo today on the 5th coming up. She's got an event I signed up for because I'll be able to, because we'll be done campaigning theoretically.
And you do that, that's obviously free, doing it for free, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I help out with that. I'll definitely help out way more. Stephanie knows I'll be there. She's got a bowling event coming up too. We have hit about a good part of the island. We hit Sandcastle first, then we've done Glen Haven. We're working down here around Broadway now. We've done the beach side. The only thing we haven't hit, we don't know how we could really hit it, north side. The houses are so spread out and so many of them are gated. But I've run into them around town, and it's meetings I go to and ask them about what they want. And the north side, you know what surprises me the most? Nobody on the north end cares about the traffic. They care more about the trees. It's the most interesting thing. You would think the people on the far north would want Frederica bulldozed in 4 lanes so they can get out of here, and they don't. They don't care. They really don't care. They want the trees. I've been very surprised. They just want their peace and the quiet. They don't want any development. They just want to be left alone. And I hear them. So, but that's what I hear from people when I do talk to them on the north end. Don't bulldoze the trees. Everybody says don't take out the trees. And overall, Otis, and I don't know what we can do about it. They've already voted on the roundabout for Frederica and Sea Island. It's already been voted in.
That was a big issue.
Yeah, so to do something different, it would have to be another vote. But my concern, hopefully maybe we can talk about it if we win. It's going to take a long time to get it done, and I think there's going to be some lawsuits over it, the land. And in the meantime, could we just, for heaven's sake, get a couple more lanes and some sequence lights People were very concerned that the roundabout's not going to solve the pinch point over there at Atlantic and Brogan's North. There's traffic during the day that stops right there at Atlantic, and that roundabout isn't going to fix the problem at Atlantic. And that's what's holding up the people from the north to get down, is that Atlantic traffic light. It's not going to solve it. And then the people on the other end of the roundabout are concerned that this constant traffic going the other way is not going to give them the brakes that they need to be able to get out of their neighborhoods. A lot of concerns about the whole thing. Notice the biggest thing I want people to come away from this to understand is they have to get out to vote. They have to vote in the primary. It's not a general fall election thing. They need to vote now. It starts on April 29th, the early voting does. And if they don't get out to vote now, this election decides all the elections for the local politics. The Board of Commission, the Keith Higgins, the district attorney, the solicitor, it's all decided right now. It's not about the general election in the fall. That is just about the president. This decides everything for you locally. If you don't get out to vote, don't complain about what's going on in the island and Glenn County because you didn't get out and vote. Because right now decides it.
The reason she says that, because usually there's not a Democratic candidate on the other side.
There's not a Democrat running at all.
It's usually over after the primary for the Republicans.
And that the Democrats need to wrap their mind around that and grab a Republican ballot. And it's Georgia has open voting, meaning you can vote either Democrat or Republican in the primary. It doesn't matter, and that doesn't mean you are a Republican. It just means you're using their ballot, and you won't be. So yeah, just go and vote. It decides the island for you. So the dates to vote here. Like I said, early voting is April 29th to May 17th, and the actual primary day, I know some people like to vote on the day, is May 21st. But it's coming up, and you need to get out and vote.
You also got her email, too. You see it at the bottom?
Oh, that's true.
So if you want to contact her there, or on Facebook, look her up on Facebook, Amy Abbott, and contact her.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Otis.
Okay. Tell me about your key lime pie. I saw it on your page.
Oh. The key lime pie is really good. It's David's favorite dessert that I make.
Yeah, I can testify to that. They're very good. They're key lime pie. She makes them with macadamia nut
that sounds
crust,
good.
which is way better than just the graham cracker crust. What can I say? It's just delicious.
It's got meringue on it.
Wow, that sounds good. Just thinking about it right now.
Yeah. And I use that key lime juice it's a bottle you can buy of really good key lime juice.
One bite of that makes you feel like you're in Blue Heaven on Duval Street down there in Key West.
That is good. Yeah. If you had that Blue Heaven key lime pie in Key West, it's pretty good too.
Okay, when you get elected, let's say you get elected and you're on the board, how are you going to deal with these 6 other commissioners? What's your goal with them?
Well, I hope to work with them and help them out with what they need. I think honestly it could be a win-win with a lot of things. I know Glenn County, they're tired of paying for things here that we want, so I know no one wants to talk about impact fees, but why not? Let's make who's doing it pay for it. We just paid for a new water drill, and it was a lot of money, and we're going to be paying for it for a long time. And I know theoretically it's supposed to be paid off in the long time from all the new development that's going to use it. But in the short term, our rate's going up 4%. And I asked somebody that's on the board about that, is that partially because of that new water drill and the new things that they built? And they said, well, yeah. So we're paying for it. So if we had some impact fees right now, we could be maybe covering that ahead of time. Instead of and did you know the foreclosure rate is going up in the United States? And it's going up not because people haven't locked in that good money. The problem is their taxes are going sky high because the cost of their homes, and I know we can lock, and then on top of that, the electricity costs are going up, the cost of gas is going up, the insurance is going up, and people are losing their homes because they can't afford them now because the cost of everything's going up, and like the water cost that I was just talking about. Maybe we should that would be a win-win impact fees for everybody.